Alright, hello, and I'm gonna turn this down a bit. How about right there? That's probably good enough. Welcome on in. We're gonna be playing some short games tonight. I missed the drop. For shame. But I figured I keep getting these small games, and I save them here on Steam, and I really don't find the time to play. I went, just to make some space on the computer, I was looking at different things, and I noticed how many of these short games I have, and I have 19 of them. And we played 2. So we're gonna knock a few of them out. Not all of them. I do want to save some for, smaller times, or if we finish a game early. That's their intention of existing on here for me, is that if we beat a game and we have a handful of time left on stream, it's something for me just to load up real fast, hop on in, we hang out for the last hour of stream. But we're going to clear some out because so many are always being released, and so that list is always going to be growing, which makes me happy. But if you like some merch, like this hat here, Command merch, see everything in there: shirts, phone cases, hats, coffee cups, hoodies, blankets, all the fun stuff. If you want to get some Madrinas, $5 off your first order, Command Madrinas. I'm having some Madrinas. Normally, I wait, but I figured multiple games, not different controls, we're gonna need some Madrinas to get through this one. So using that code, you get $5 off your first order. Then Y-Ads, we donate everything to charity. Bit subs, everything like that. We find a charity stream that's going on here on the channel. Well, not on my channel, any channel. Sometimes our own, and we donate. We do a little bit of good in the world with all that ad revenue, which isn't it's like pennies per person per stream, but that adds up to dollars, and we can do some good. And then Command YT. You can get a linked archive line. You can see everything we have played. Big games, small games, stuff I've not gotten back to finishing. All of our one-offs should be in the same playlist. And then all the games we played tonight, I'm going to try to separate out the separate videos. If there's people who just want to check out that specific game they're catching, I'm going to split it like that. And then all the wonderful emotes we have. We got our lovely White Mage emotes in, and they make me happy. I'm pretty sure this was a mouse and keyboard, so I'm going to move my controller out of the way. And then sub-badges are chocobos. So if you would like to be a chocobo, make sure you're subbed. Alright, this should... We'll move this out of the way so I don't spill it. That should work. Let's get into the game. This is another one where I click out and it goes quiet, so I'm sorry about that. This one I don't really know much about. Pretty much I watched the little trailer they had in Steam a long time ago. Or was this one of the newer ones? Anyway, the music got me. This right here. It's just something about it. Also, thank you, Bears, for that follow off stream. But we're going to hop on in here. I'm going to play The Monster Inside. We'll move this. Okay, we're not going to touch that because I might break it. My head pounded, ears ringing slightly, and some of the worst nightmares I had in years left me feeling like I'd been punched in the jaw. It's relatable. But just like any other day, I dragged myself to the office. I don't know the controls either, so we lost. Oh, never mind. Oh, look at this. We got cigarette burning, a sheet over here. No pictures. There's another notice on the door from the mayor in Yeti's office. Permits out of date. Oh, I ain't paying the rent. They didn't like me much, and we were trying to drown me in paperwork. They were trying to drown me in paperwork. My God. It was a slow week since I had any real cases to work on, so I passed time pacing the office, smoking and staring at the mirror in the corner, safely covered with this old bedsheet. So that's what this is. I don't dare look at my own reflection. I'm too afraid of what I might see. Afraid someday I might have to face what I really am. The girl came in so quiet, I nearly choked on my cigarette. Mister, please, you gotta help me, mister. Ooh, we get options. Maybe this is just a storybook. Calm down now, sit and talk slow. That one's just aggressive, I don't like that. Yeah, what can I help you with? Let's try to get her to calm down. We'll see what's going on. Okay, thanks. It's just no one will listen to me. Just tell me your tale, I'm listening. Man, so are we supposed to interact with stuff here? Just want to check. No, we don't interact with stuff. We're just reading. I guess this is our plot. Oh, the Pokemon community game. If you are in chat and you want to play that, use command PokeStart. Get yourself a starter, 10 Pokeballs, 3,000 Pokedollars. One of these streams, I'm going to remember to say it. Okay, so back into the story. She eyed me with just a dash of superstition as I tossed back a handful of pills and chased them with a swig of whiskey. Oh, man. I could tell this might take a while. Her name was Lily. She told me she was his mistress. The man all over the newspapers. The infamous banker, Mr. Reginald Farnsworth. Mr. Farnsworth was a drunk. Well, yeah. In games like this, a lot of them are drunk most of the time. Plundering bastard, but this girl seemed genuinely concerned that he had recently gone missing. I was concerned about the fact that Mr. Farnsworth's wife had just turned up dead in Central Park 2 nights ago. It's interesting. So, maybe we're solving a crime. This is going to be interesting. I also don't know how long this is. It was just in my folder of one-off games. You don't understand. He just couldn't have done it. He hated his wife, but he couldn't have killed her. Okay? Everyone thinks that it was him, but no one believes me. He's got to be in big trouble. Case was pretty simple. I ain't saying I believe you, but what makes you think he's in danger? We'll do that one. Well, Mr. What is that? Jack. Alright, our name is Jack. We're learning things. Jack whoever did that to his wife must have been the one who took him. Who never left without me. He promised me. Oh, Lily. Sure. I'm sure Miss Farnsworth promised this girl a lot of things. Please, cops won't listen to me and they want to bring him in on charges. You gotta prove it wasn't him before they find him. Honestly, I doubt they are in too much of a hurry. Farnsworth had practically the entire police force in his deep pockets, probably why they haven't found much yet. If they found him and brought him in, it would be due to public pressure. Sometimes a mob with pitchforks is more dangerous than one man with money. Let's see. You got my curiosity, but you might not like what I find. Or, I can help you. We'll get to the bottom of it, don't you worry. I'm going with that first one, because that makes more sense to me. You never know what the truth would actually be at the end there. Thank you, Mr. Jack. Thank you. But please, be careful. I don't think there's just any murder or kidnapper. I think it was a beast. Ooh, fancy. A beast. The word struck me funny, like, when you jar your elbow hard on the corner. Ooh, funny bone. Not a word many use these days, except in hushed whispers and bedtime stories for children. Oh, they were real enough, alright. They just got better at hiding, controlling their unseemingly urges. But I hadn't seen any monsters in nearly 15 years, back when I was still a cop myself. Alright. Leave the detective work to me. So I jump to any conclusions here. I mean, that's a fair assumption there. I just have a feeling about it. Something tells me you can get to the bottom of it. You're good at this sort of thing. Sure, can't you see how busy I am with cases? I applied a little too harshly. Sarcasm was not my strong suit. We sure with some more and sent her on her way. I didn't want to scare her, but I warned her before she left to keep her doors locked and call me if she saw anything suspicious. Okay. So, we're going to figure out this case. I'm not really sure what's going to be going on with it. I'm going to keep going. I didn't know this game was going to have so much reading in it. Glad we started with this one instead of nearing the end there. I don't know if she was in any danger herself, but better safe than sorry. Oh, so this is just going through it. Okay. That night I made my way to Central Park. It was a long shot, but maybe there was something there the cops had missed. Next chapter. Oh, this is it. We're just going through a book. Okay. The scene was already picked clean by the cops days ago, but I got a knack for finding things others overlooked. Anything interactable, or doesn't look like anything's interactable. Okay. A knack, more of a symptom of a condition. Other less useful symptoms I kept in check. But for the time being, my keen sense of smell would come in handy. It was faint, but I could smell it before I even approached the police line. The scent was less of a thing and more of an emotion. Seduction. A strangely familiar smell. I still feel like we should be able to interact with things, though. Expected the scent. Okay, I can figure that word out. Trepidation? Expected the scent of trepidation, or maybe even outright fear, but Mrs. Farnsworth seemed to have been at the height of pleasure when she left this world. Brought a new meaning to a crime of passion. Pushing that thought from my mind, it was time to get down to business. Investigate the scene. Okay. Oh, here we go. Now we see, I knew it felt like I had to interact. A burn? That's a burn? It looked more like a scratch. Burn mark on a nearby tree caught my eye. I ran my finger along its length and felt a chill down my spine. It wasn't just any burn mark. This was a mark of an ancient magic. Ooh, fancy. It's doubtful the cops would have picked up on it. Could Lily have been right? Something unnatural was at play here. I was no stranger to the strange. Muddy footprints everywhere, difficult to pick out anything from the prints the cops left behind in their haste. The cops don't wear $2,000 pairs of Carcanos? Whatever. Looked like Mr. Farnsworth was there that night and walked away on his own 2 feet. Oh, that was it. Okay. After looking around for a while longer, I realized the park had given up all it was hiding from me. So I trudged back to my apartment and hit my head on my pillow and thought about the money I owed. Oh, God. Next chapter. Next morning, I was reeling from another bout of ghoulish nightmares. Yeah, we're having really rough ones, but I tried to hide my discomfort when I saw Lily was already sitting outside of my office. She waited wordlessly as I unlocked the door, and I ripped down another notice from the mayor's office, and I motioned for her to step inside. Seemingly unafraid of what I might say, she finally worked up the courage to ask. So, what'd you find? You can reassure her with the first option. Let's calm our nerves. We'll go for the first one. The second one is what I'm thinking about, though. Serious, what's up? Let me give you a shout out. If it will let me. My. Legos. Welcome back. How have you been? We'll go for the first one. It's been, but life is hectic. Life is hectic. Glad you stopped on in. Yeah, tonight I'm playing through a bunch of short games I need to make space on the computer. So we're just gonna see how many of them I play through. Because these were pretty much installed for if we finished a game early. And that hasn't happened yet, so I have a handful of these to get through. And this one looks like it's just a storybook, so that's not bad for the first one to start with tonight. Probably shouldn't have given her false hope like that. Oh, well, I messed up. You want me to just speedrun it? Well, I'll just stop reading it then. Because it would just let me just click through it. Also, yesterday we did do a speedrun yesterday. It was pretty fun. We got a sub 2 on Bomberman finally. And I know I can do better. Messed up the end pretty bad yesterday, but we did fairly well and I'm happy about it. Yeah, the goal, I want to get a better time and then we'll actually submit a run to the leaderboards. We just got to keep practicing. Lily, how do you know that? Where is he? Okay, so apparently I picked the wrong choice already. Found his foot... Yeah, we'll do that. Found his footprints, got out safely. My tone was indifferent towards her as I turned and grabbed a bottle from my desk drawer. Bomberman Hero. So that N64 one. The only one that I know of that you can actually run around and platform. 5 planets. 3 areas on the first 4 planets, and then a boss rush on the 5th one. It's a great game, I love it. The dryness in my throat made it difficult to swallow my meds. But you don't know where he went. You think the news this morning is related? Let's see what news it is. I have not heard. Tell me what you know. The police, they found the police chief's wife dead down by the docks. They say it happened last night. Ooh. And let me guess, Chief is missing too. My face might have betrayed a hint of satisfaction as she confirmed my suspicions, but it faded quickly. I'm on towards a shit cop and a shit chief. Very good. He was half the reason I left the force, but now his wife was dead and I had more questions than I did the day before. The gears in my head started to spin, which wasn't helped by my the splitting pain at my temples. I told Lily I need some time to work, and she left slightly dejected, wanting more answers than I could provide. And then we leave here. Okay, I think I understand how we're doing in this game. Then after the cops cleared out of the docks, I would slip down and see what I could uncover. Oh, well that was chapter 3. Man, I like... music is great in this. I don't know how long it is, but I put it in a folder, so at one point I did. The cold air smells strongly of salt and oil, and... could it be? I smell again. Like someone had bottled pure arousal and used it as perfume. It hit me like a long-forgotten memory, but the sensual fumes soon gave way to a rush of adrenaline. I knew exactly what the scent reminded me of, and that scared me more than not knowing. I looked down on my hands shaking. The nightmares. The headaches. No. I was better now. Formed. I had to focus. No jumping to conclusion. Follow the evidence. Investigate the scene. Just 2? Okay. So at the top. There. Just there. The smallest piece of purple fabric torn and caught in the splinter of a board. The police report didn't say anything about Miss Amanto's wearing purple. Certainly of quality that you wouldn't expect down here. I don't see too many high society types around flaunting royal purple threads. Red Phoenix cigarettes. Same shitty brand I smoke every day. Everyone's got their voice. Pulled my own pack of reds and lit up. I could already feel another headache coming on, but looking out over the waves seemed to help me forget. The cold helped me push down the uncomfortable thoughts that had been bubbling to the top of my brain. Honestly, I don't remember the walk back to the office. Apparently, I spent the night in my easy chair. It's a nice chair, by the way. The air from the docks lingered on my clothes. It was still dark out. No. I checked the clock. How long had I been out? Had it really slept through the entire day? Newspaper was sitting under the door. As I stood to fetch it, I nearly fell over. A wave of nausea hit me like a ton of bricks. I steadied myself and regained my composure. Before I even picked up the paper, I could already read the headline. Breaking. Mayor missing. Wife found dead. 2 cases is a coincidence. 3 is a pattern. The cops would come asking questions soon. They knew I had a history of antagonizing all the victims. I stumbled to my desk and slammed back 3 days' worth of inhibitor pills. I couldn't take any chances. I had to investigate the scene to be sure. I threw on my jacket and went to the door. Lily caught me off guard on the other side. Jack, where are you off to? I've been trying to reach you all day. Well, no, we were busy. Okay, but we need to talk when you get back. Stay safe. I almost read that as get back safe. She gave me a soft kiss on the cheek as I rushed off. Part of me wanted to stay and tell her it would be okay. But it would be a lie. Next chapter. Nice, I like that. The alley was located just behind the high-rise apartments where Mayor Vicini and his wife lived. I told the police were spooked now. The crime scene was even sloppier than the last. I mean, yeah, they sort of used... I mean, it's not too bad, I guess. They haven't bothered to submit the trash and the evidence. Yeah, it is right there. Investigate the scene. Well, you referenced the trash, so is that it? Let's start with that one. Why would they at least not look through the dumpster? It seemed untouched. Nobody wants to do the dirty work. But I know how to find the good stuff. It really doesn't take long if you know what to look for. If you know what to look for. Lightweight bags usually meant somebody was dumping documents. If you're lucky, they did not bother to shred them. Nice. Jackpot. Shell companies, shady stock trades, bribes. I knew the mayor was crooked, but this was unbelievable. And there was more. Letters between mayor and the chief. Ooh, I'm getting in there. Talk about me. They were trying to get me shut down. They didn't like me snooping around crime scenes all the time. Well, they weren't here to stop me anymore. Car door. That was the other one. Oh, the mayor's car. Okay. If he's still alive, why would he have left his car? Didn't make any sense. I honestly wasn't too motivated to find him, but the stakes were too high, and my bet was edging towards the unthinkable. As I searched around for anything that might assures my fear. Oh, I'll figure that word out later. I caught that scent again. It overwhelmed my other senses with an undulating pleasure. It was intoxicating. A weapon used on the weak-willed. A weapon I knew all too well, though it had been many years since I had used it. Was there another like me? Was I being framed? It wasn't possible, was it? I was taking my inhibitors. I was reformed. But the nightmares, the headaches, memory lapses. I couldn't even trust myself. I started walking back out of the alley when something shiny caught my eye. A watch. Not just any watch, though. My watch. How long had my wrist been bare? Surely I just dropped it when I first came down the alley. I checked the time just before I left the office, hadn't I? Or had I used the wall clock? I couldn't be sure. Couldn't be sure of anything. So I ran. Next chapter. I don't know why I ran back to the office. The cops would probably show up any minute to knock the door down and cart me away. They were put together before long. Maybe it would be best for everyone if I simply faced my own reflection. But Lily was still there waiting for me. Jack, what's wrong? Look like you've seen a ghost. My own ghosts come back to haunt me from the past. You're not making any sense, Jack. Come, sit down. You don't understand. You're not safe around me. I took a good last look at her as I prepared to shove her out of the door. I noticed she was wearing the same thing she had when she first came to my office 3 days ago. A beautiful purple dress. Odd that I hadn't really noticed before, but made her seem out of place, out of time. And it was frayed around the edges, torn in places. My chair caught my fall as my knees failed me. It was you. You're the monster. Succubus. Oh, Jack. We're one and the same, you and I. We're both monsters. I'm simply more honest with myself. There's no such thing as reformation. Those pills you take only make you dull. Beasts like us should never suppress our true natures, as you have, Incubus. Those men were probably dead too now. I figured that she probably took them to her lair and harvested their seed. So you've done all this just to wake me up. You could say that. Though it seemed enough just to have you doubt yourself. You believed you were still capable of such horrors. Which means deep down you probably are. You can't escape it. Now I need you to complete the deed. You took my watch, messed with my head. Oh, don't act like I didn't do you a favor. Those men hated you and wanted you gone, and now they are. I mustered the strength to stand again, moving casually to the window by the corner. She was right about one thing. I was dull, weak compared to her. If I refused her and she attacked me, I was a dead man. I had to keep her talking. I've never met a succubus who seduces and kills women. Oh, please. Such a 14th century stereotype. I don't discriminate when it comes to the pleasures of the flesh. But I do still need an incubus like yourself to take the tainted seed I have harvested from those awful men and plant it among the fertile masses for me. I'm tired of draining my lovers just to survive. I'm ready to settle down and start a family. that manic laughter. Manic. I positioned myself carefully, making sure she wasn't looking my direction. Sorry, but I'm not your guy. With a quick flick of my wrist, I whipped the old bedsheet off of the corner mirror. Lily was blinded by her own reflection. I sucked into the mirror with a painful, monstrous scream. Trapped. Shielding my own eyes, pulling a revolver from my desk drawer, I aimed at the mirror. And fired. Interesting. So he trapped her in the mirror and then shattered it. And then that was it. Chapter 7 complete. Wow. This is some more games they made. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Let's go over there. That was the monster inside. That was pretty cool. That wasn't what I expected it to be. But, I'm gonna be right back. And I'm gonna switch the game out.